And Will and Lena and the kids have been collaborating with our dear friend Catalina here at home on an artwork that is the type of thing, I have not seen this yet. I don't know what's under this wrapping, but Catalina does, and she spent a lot of time.
You should be the one speaking.
And she spent a lot of time interviewing all of the grandchildren, and Lena and Will and I, and Tanya and Paulette, and has captured a lot of thoughts about Lynn and Macy and their first 50 years together. I don't know what comes next. Next
Give it
50
away.
And so Catalina has an incredible way of capturing emotions. And anyway, she has prepared a painting before for Lena and I, and her process is really incredible, and it's probably best to just let her do it. And Catalina, welcome.
Yay, Cat!
Oh my goodness, it is such an honor to be here tonight with all of you. And there were false pretenses. You had been told that I was here visiting family. That is incorrect. I flew in for this family.
Visiting family?
Flew in on Wednesday because about 5 months ago, Clint called me and asked if I would be available to do a commission painting for the two of you, and I cannot be more honored and touched. So thank you,
Wow.
Lena, Clint, Will,
Thank
Eve,
you.
Axel, Abby, and Palmer for being a part of it.
Secret little.
Oh, you know it. You know there's some secrets. So when I create these paintings, I interview either the recipients. In this case, it was a surprise. So I interviewed your family to get all the good information.
Oh my God.
And
Is it presentable?
when I create these paintings, I do the interviews, and then I go into my studio and I write an intention of everything that I've heard, all the inspiration, and what I'm bringing to the painting. So I write it onto the canvas before all the layers of paint get covered up. So it's within this painting, and I've also copied it into a card here for
Thank you.
So I would love to have you two first open this card, and then give it back to me because I would like to read the intention.
Oh my goodness. Can you do it here? It's not,
Someone's gonna cry.
Can we absolutely. And then hand it, and then just hand it back.
is this an aerosol?
Is it as long as that?
I didn't open it.
Can we look at it first?
Well,
Wow.
y'all, it's gonna be a minute.
You gonna read all that?
If I
Yes.
Do I
may.
need to get a drink?
Would you, can we bring
We'll
back
get a
some
drink.
quick
Thank you. Justice, bring champagne.
Just give me a.
All right, we've got plenty of time.
All right, thanks for coming. Okay. Try to follow your beautiful footsteps, Lynn, and that
Raccoon.
gorgeous toast you
A
did.
raccoon stew.
So happy 50th anniversary, Macy and Lynn. When Clint first contacted me about creating a commission painting for you from him and Lena, Will, Addie and Palmer, Axel and Eve, I was beyond touched and honored to take this on. I myself have been so lucky to have known and loved the two of you for 22 years of those 50 years, and my life has been so much better because of it. In order to create this piece, I interviewed your family members, all of whom are here with us today. Hello. So I'm very grateful to all of you for co-creating this with me. Once I heard their words and stories, I wrote this intention for the painting. It's written on the canvas and is covered with many layers of paint, so here it is for you here. My intention for this painting is to paint a love letter to you, Lynn and Macy, from Clint and Will and their families, your children and grandchildren, to celebrate and honor the lifetime you have spent loving each other, growing up together, creating a beautiful family, and cherishing and fostering your beloved land in North Carolina. 50 years!
Yes.
As well as a lifetime. 50 years of marriage and many more than that of friendship and togetherness. Starting at 12 years old? 12, 13 years old?
Pre-puberty.
And a few years later, a first date at the Rathskeller on a double date with Bill and Paulette.
Yeah.
Bill was always a driver, of
Oh,
course.
yeah. Always.
And you mentioned this as well, Lynn, but on that note, Bill recalled that, Lynn, you always liked the setup because that meant you were in the back seat.
Absolutely. We won't
Yeah.
talk about what happened.
No. That's not included in it.
You didn't do any
That's
pictorial.
No back seats, no back seats. And that first date became one of so many, enjoying an order of the Gambler or the beef parmigiana. And one more note from Bill and Paulette was that you did not ask the sanitation grade of the rat.
Didn't.
No. You did not. Throughout changing high schools and colleges, your story continued. Speaking of UNC, may the lines in this painting transport you to its campus, with the green grass of the quad and buildings with such a rich history, but most of all, your history, both individually and together. May the range of blues remind you of your beloved Carolina, as well as those deep Caribbean waters you recently visited with Will, Addie, and Palmer. As tied as you are to your home in North Carolina, may the memories of so many adventures abroad with your family also be present on this canvas. May the spirit of Graham and Pittsburgh be present in this painting, honoring the unique architecture and spirit of each community that has been so influential and meaning to you too. And may the sparks of gold and gold leaf honor your golden anniversary, 50 years! May you always keep that sparkle and love that exists between you. Macy and Lynn, 50 years ago today, you said your vows to each other, promising a life of loyalty, respect, and love. Now, Tanya remembers having to take down the Christmas tree on December 26th to make room for the wedding present, thereby ruining Christmas for that poor little 6-year-old.
I mean, when you're 6, really.
Much to the dismay of that sweet little 6-year-old sister and flower girl, an adorable one at that. Tanya told me how special it is that she's known not only her very motherly and caring, loving big sister her entire life, but that she's also known you, Lynn, for just as long. You were one of the first to find out that Macy's mama was going to have another baby. With gorgeous flowers arranged by Mima on your wedding day. Macy, your bridesmaid, Paulette, who also loved growing up with you and told me that you were a bit of a tomboy, recall the beautiful purple bridesmaid dresses, so let the hints of purple in this painting be a nod to that very day 50 years ago. Macy, when I asked your family to describe you,
She just rolled out more papers.
Mustard.
I heard kind, wise, selfless, loving. Lynn, you said patient, I do believe.
Very patient.
Your two sons said that you always think of the we and describe you as a fierce mama bear. Clint loves your big-heartedness and how you always supported he and Will to become their own individual people, while treating them as equal members of the family, while always disciplining them as well, of course. And Lynn, when I asked your family to describe you, oh, they're good timing. Everybody said funny, everybody. Lena loves how your delivery is spot on in telling a funny joke. You shoot Lamar, made him come on. And your laugh is infectious. Will immediately went to clever and strong to describe you. Clint recalled a very dad quote, which you also shared with us. Be aware of the world around you, and how you always taught them to leave things better than you found them. For the two of you, I heard proud grandparents. Well-traveled, wise, complimentary. As Clint lovingly recalled, your whole is greater than the sum of your parts. The family and life you've built together is so strong. Will described you, the two of you, as a Venn diagram, and where you overlap is a glowing purple.
Ben?
I'm confused.
You're
I'll show you later.
It's a Catalina thing, she loves
I
Catalina.
do, as does Macy. Let the layers of this painting welcome a feeling of your coming together with your separate roots, planting seeds and creating new roots, reminiscent of the apple trees you planted when both Eve and Addie were born, and the roses that you planted for Axel and Palmer. And speaking of welcoming, our beautiful Lena remembers how you welcomed her with such open arms on her very first visit, showing the pride you have so strongly for both the place where you are from and for your two sons. The love and appreciation has always continued, and Lena loves how you always put family at the center of everything that you do. On being parents, both Will and Clint were called how selfless and very present you always were as they grew up. Present! Macy, you were always the teacher, putting them at an advantage at school and also always siding with their teacher if they misbehaved. Lynn, you were always coach. Will recalled your wise words of don't get mad, try harder.
Yep.
And remembers feeling protected by you on a first trip to Washington, D.C. As a little boy, even when things were scary or a new, unfamiliar city was intimidating, he could turn to you as a soft place to land. Your boys told me how you taught them that it's okay to cry, to be emotional and vulnerable around you and with you. What a gift that is. And Macy, the strong values that you always instilled in your boys were captured in a story Clint told when, after endless fighting between those two brothers, you invited Clint to take his best swing at Will. And Will Clint responded, "Mom, two wrongs don't make a right."
I even had Clint step up to so he'd be equal to Will. And that's when he looked at Will, and I'm sure Will's eyes were saying, "You touch me, buddy."
Yeah.
Please do.
Did you have the fallen and relate thing involved?
We'll find out. It wasn't until years later that Clint realized that not all families operate in this very unique and special way, with both parents being so present, so open, so very involved in their children's lives. On my initial conversation with Clint to conspire on this painting, the themes he told me were happiness and gratitude. So let those be ever present as I create. Now, on becoming grandparents, Will, Clint, and Lena love how very present you are with their kids. You are generous with your time. You care for them and carry on traditions with them. All four of these grandkids mention your baked beans.
Including the one who's sleeping right now.
That's right. Along with chicken pie,
Yep.
chicken salad,
Yep.
and of course your butternuts.
Yes.
A Christmas tradition that the kids all love being a part of. Lynn, Clint, and Will love watching you take the kids on tractor rides, remembering doing that when they were little boys with their grandfather. Such a full circle moment. Will looks forward to all the big events, the sports games, the first dances that your four grandchildren will get to share with you. Grandma Mason, when I asked Axel right here what he loves about you, he said softly, do you remember?
No, I have no idea.
Everything. Everything. Eve loves that you always make sure they are safe. Addison loves how very kind you are and that you always have stories to tell them about things you've done. Palmer loves that you let them come to your house. And Papa, Grandpa, Eve loves how funny you are. You always have a joke at the ready. And Axel, well, he likes that you love basketball and UNC just like him. Yeah, that's right. Addie and Palmer especially love riding around on the golf cart with you, playing the turtle game, and throwing the stick for Yazoo. And speaking of Yaz, Tanya lovingly spoke of your first child, Zazu.
Yes.
So let the spunk of your doggy children also guide my paint strokes. May the greens, y'all, we're getting close. We're winding up, I promise. May the greens in this piece connect you to the fields on your farm, the blues and grays, the pond in front of your house, the North Carolina mountains, and waves of Topsail Beach. And looking ahead, may this painting be a nod towards your future together. Lena spoke so beautifully when she said, may you keep giving each other, may you keep loving each other, keep that bond strong, and keep growing it. May you continue to seek and find that joy, whether spending time with your family or dear friends and fellow empty nesters.
Yay.
May this painting serve as a path to the memories you've built and the ones that you will continue to create. When I asked Addie and Palmer what they thought of your 50-year mark, Addie said, it's crazy. And Palmer said, I'm so surprised. That's right. Exactly. Axel said, remember?
I again don't remember.
You said, it's cool. And Eve loves that you've known each other since you were 12, her age now. Give or take, right? Clint will wish, about to be 12.
5 months.
4 or 5 months. Clint will wish that you continue to love and appreciate each other and keep making memories every day. May the love from your parents, your grandparents, and your ancestors be present in this painting, as well as future generations of Lloyds to come.
Amen.
To your future, as Eve put it, may you enjoy your anniversary and know that we love you as much as you love each other. Thank you, Eve.
Great.
So before I let you open this baby up, I'll sign off with a question.
Can I keep the car?
Yeah, what's for dessert?
I'm just 8 years.
What is it that binds you to each other? It is not the well, or the bell,
Oh,
Or the stone.
or
the
the
stones.
historic courthouses of your hometowns,
well.
or those crisp October nights, or the memory of date nights at the Rat. Your loyalty is not only to your children and your grandchildren, though we all know the depth and breadth of love and pride you feel for them. Not only for the family and friends that you've nurtured and loved and that celebrate you here tonight, though we do love that this crowd knows how to have a good time. No, your love for each other is based on the fact that it is, as it was always meant to be, you, Lynn and Macy Lloyd, to love, honor, to have, and to hold each other always. To you, Lynn and Macy, you're still the one!
Amen.
Happy 50th anniversary to Lynn and
Thank
Macy!
you.
I am dying right
Open it. Open it.
now. Kill it.
Open it.
What do you
Open it, cat.
So, you just gotta...
You just gotta
just
rip it.
There it is.
Good.
That is not what it's
That is phenomenal.
It's Lamar. I found the other doll. That new.
And
There's
there
a
she has
basketball. There's a
Zoo.
basketball.
There she has it.
Look, Dad, there's a basketball up there.
So guys, that concludes our scripted portion of tonight's event.
And then
Now-
right here it says L plus N.
Now, we were going to have some of you guys say things, and if you'd like to, you're certainly welcome to. If you're empty nesters, I know you guys are going to do a little thing next week, and you can talk about each other for hours and hours amongst yourselves. If you'd like to say something about Lynn and Macy to Lynn and Macy, here's the time. If you'd like to say something about Lynn and Macy later, just say it yourselves. But if you'd like to say something,
What?
understand that the floor is open. Feel free to say whatever you'd like. Most of them, we've all had drinks. They won't even remember.
On behalf of the Wilson part of the family, congratulations.
represented.
Sorry your dad couldn't be here.
Yeah, yeah.
Good work, Casa.
Tanya, thank you for being here. It's the other part of the Wilson family.
It was so much fun knowing stuff that you didn't know.
That happens very often, doesn't
This is the baby that was born.
Yeah, on behalf of the class of '69 at Graham High School, we still can't believe this.
You're the one, right?
Yeah, I mean, oh my God.
You're the one.
You made it last, yeah, that's great.
All we can say is, thank you all for being here. Thank you for being a part of my life. It's been a pretty good journey so far, and we sort of hope to keep it going for a while.
Yes.
But you all have been a big, big part of it, and we really, really appreciate it. Thank you.
And we love you.
Thank y'all for being relatives and inspiration, and always, our lives have just always been intertwined, and
Yeah,
we've been better for it.
thank you. Kirk was one of the groomsmen, Paulette was one of the bridesmaids, Tanya was the maid.
Flower.
Wow.
6 years old.
A few of
Remember I
those,
shaved my legs.
Yeah. I go in the bathroom and she's in the tub shaking her legs at 6.
I told her that story.
a few of those bridesmaids and groomsmen, couldn't be here tonight, unfortunately, because, life has cut them short, but, you know, we're so lucky for 50 years, and I don't know how we deserve it, but great kids, great friends, great family, guys is the most important. So, thanks again, we're so glad you're here.
I'm so glad you found your way all the way here.
It's easier in daylight, so.
Keep your phone on you in case you get lost on the way home.
Getting back's gonna be a little bit more difficult.
Right, yeah.
It's not a great signal there.
We have rooms available at a reasonable rate. But yeah, thanks. Have another drink, visit, socialize. It's only 8:30. Really?
Guys, thank you.
It's
Thanks
7:30.
for being here.
7:30.
7:30.
7:30. We got time.
The pontoon cruise leaves in an hour.
Being off for 2 years.